Hi everyone, my name is Daniela Ortega and this is my Module 1 Assessment on Land and Property Management. The first part of the lab consisted of global land ownership in the Gulf of Mexico. The Bureau of Ocean Energy Management manages leases of oil, gas, renewable energy development, and other marine minerals. So this map shows platforms as a maroon polygon, pipelines in blue. We have the state boundary here in yellow, blocks in hollow, and active leases in light purple. If we zoom in to this section right here, we can see the attributes of Platform A, Block 847. And so this map is showing Platform A, Block 847 in light blue. Let me go ahead and zoom in light blue right here on the western edge of the map. Okay, so if we zoom out, okay, we can see that this is the Gulf of Mexico, and Platform A, Block 847 would be on the western edge of this map. One thing I would like to discuss is how to obtain a lease from BOEM. So this is done in 4 phases. The first phase is planning and analysis. BOM publishes call for information and nominations. After this first phase, phase 2 is leasing, which BOM determines whether competitive interest exists. Phase 3 is the site assessment. Here, the leasee conducts site characterization studies, and then the leasee submits site assessment plan. Lastly, phase 4 is construction and operations. Leasee may conduct additional site characterization, and if approved, the leasee can start building. The second part of the lab was on public land survey system in La Plata, Colorado. La Plata County layers were added as well as the USPLSS land layers. So on this map, if we zoom out, okay, if we zoom out, you can start to see that these maps kind of fit pretty accurately. But once we start zooming in, you can discern the misalignment in certain areas. For example, right here, we have this huge disalignment happening with the orange line right here, which is La Plata County layer compared to the USPLSS layer, as well as over here in this section, the layers are just not aligning right here. And we can start seeing that it does affect and can cause confusions if this occurs. So I believe that the USPLSS land division should be used when submitting a permit to the Colorado DNR because it is accurate compared to La Plata County layers. The USPLSS is precise and also avoids any confusion when looking at these specific land sections. The third part of this lab was to investigate international land and mineral ownership in a different country. So I decided to look at offshore drilling in Scotland. This map right here, let me go ahead and zoom in, shows the North Sea Transition Authority, which is NSTA. This map includes hydrocarbon fields, blocks, gas storage licenses, carbon capture storage licenses, and offshore areas. If we see the legend right here, the different pipelines are coded in different colors. So if we see here the condensate mixed hydrocarbons is in yellow, which there isn't much of them. Gas pipelines is shown in red. Oil pipelines is shown in green. And other pipelines is shown in purple. As we can see here, the majority of the pipelines on this map is gas pipelines. The next section I want to focus on are the licenses. Petroleum licenses are in light yellow. Gas storage licenses are in light green. Carbon capture storage licenses are in light blue. And once we look at the map, the majority of the licenses are in petroleum, which are scattered also throughout this map right here. Lastly, I would like to discuss the process to obtain the rights to drill in Scotland. And so the rights to drill in Scotland is through the North Sea Transition Authority, or NSTA. It regulates, influences, and promotes the offshore oil and gas industry. The NSTA can grant licenses to search and drill for petroleum over a limited offshore area for a limited time. Offshore licenses can be obtained only if the authority takes into account the capability of the prospective offshore license to meet the requirements. So this includes technical and financial capability. Financial security must cover liabilities that can potentially be derived from the offshore operation. Environmental sensitive marine and coastal environments must be protected as well in order to receive an offshore license.